Today, we're going to talk about something I think a lot of us know all too well. We're talking about those silent burdens we all carry, those struggles that feel heavy and invisible, and, well, where we can look for a remedy that brings some light into that darkness.
Wow. That quote just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's all about that massive gap between the face we show the world and the reality we're dealing with on the inside. It's a quiet fight that so many of us understand on a deep, personal level.
I mean, come on, we've all been there, right? That little phrase, I'm fine, can sometimes be the heaviest two words we say all day, because they're covering up a whole world of feelings we're just too scared to show. So let's dig into why we even do that in the first place. So our first stop is here, the smile we hide. We're gonna look at what's really going on behind that brave face we put on, and the real psychological toll of using a smile as a shield. You know, there's actually a term for this. It's called emotional suppression. It's basically that little voice inside your head that goes, nope, don't show you're upset, or don't let anyone see you're having a hard time. It feels like a defense mechanism, but honestly, it's one that comes with a pretty steep price. And that price is high. See, trying to push your feelings down doesn't make them go away. It's kind of like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Sooner or later, it's going to burst back up. Over time, that constant pressure builds and builds, turning into real anxiety, a deep kind of sadness, and eventually total burnout, where you just feel numb and disconnected from everything.
All that pressure has to go somewhere, right? And that brings us to our next section, reaching the breaking point. That moment when you just can't pretend anymore.
This is a fundamental truth we always seem to forget, especially in a world that just yells, be strong at us all the time. We push ourselves to be endlessly tough, but there's always a limit. We're just not built for infinite, lonely endurance. It's not how we're wired. And when you hit that limit, oh, you feel it. It's not just in your head. Your mind is just tired. Your heart literally feels heavy in your chest. And the little things in life that used to bring you joy, they just feel kind of pointless. It's a state of complete and total emotional exhaustion. Now, this is so important. We need to reframe this. Society, and sometimes even we ourselves, might look at that moment and call it a breakdown or a sign of weakness, but that's not what it is. It's simply emotional overload. Your system has just hit its maximum capacity. That's it. But here's the amazing thing. Right at that point of overload, something really powerful can happen. This is where the breaking point can become a turning point, and it all starts with the power of honesty.
The first step is so simple, but it is not easy. He just stops pretending. The show is over.
And in the place of all that pretending, he just starts admitting what's real. It's this raw, unfiltered acceptance of the truth of how he's feeling. This is where everything starts to change. And it all leads to this, one of the most powerful, most sincere prayers a person can possibly make. Ya Allah, I'm not okay. It's not fancy, it's not eloquent, it's just true. So what happens in that moment is incredible because it works on two levels. Psychologically, it's like a pressure valve is released in your brain. Your stress levels drop and things start to feel clearer. But spiritually, something even deeper is happening. You're being completely honest before Allah. You're returning to Him not with your strength, but in your brokenness. And that makes the prayer, the dua, so powerful because it's coming straight from the heart of the struggle. So what happens next? After a moment of such raw honesty, what does healing actually look like? That's what we're going to dive into now, what real healing looks like. The entire healing process really starts with this one core idea, that no matter how big and all-consuming your pain feels, God's presence, His awareness of you is even closer. Your struggle doesn't define you. You are surrounded by His mercy. And this is what that nearness really means. It means nothing gets missed. Every single anxious thought, every tear you cry when no one's looking, every battle you're fighting that you hide from the world, He knows. Even when you feel completely invisible to everyone else, you are fully seen by Allah. Okay, this is a super important distinction we have to make. A lot of us think faith is like a magic wand that should make all our problems disappear. But the real teaching isn't that you'll be saved from pain, but that you will never, ever have to go through it alone. And that, right there, is the heart of it all. After that moment of pure honesty, the problems on the outside might still be there. The challenges might not have vanished. But the heart has changed. It's no longer carrying that weight all by itself. That is real healing. It's about inner transformation, not an instant escape. This brings us to our final and maybe the most profound idea. It's about finding strength in brokenness, realizing that sometimes our greatest strength doesn't come in spite of our struggles, but directly through them.
For so long, so many of us operate under this lie: I have to be strong all the time. But the real truth, the one that sets you free, is this: I can be broken and still be deeply, completely loved by Allah. In fact, it's often in our most broken moments that we feel His love the most.
And I'll leave you with this thought. Maybe it's okay that you're not okay right now. Maybe you don't need to be. Because you don't have to be whole to call out to Him. Even broken hearts can call upon Allah. And that sincere voice is one He never,